The topic was about the role of ingredients and how to differentiate your products using ingredients. So we were discussing things in line with healthy indulgence and new trends coming from around the world that are making its way to our region here, like plant-based milk, functional beverages, sugar reduction agents, fat reduction agents, things of that nature, and how can you differentiate your product basically by using these ingredients in this region. I would probably say the biggest opportunity in this region would be around finding solutions for diabetes and obesity. There are two big issues in this region, and governments are working very hard to address them. Can you find ingredients like the stevias of the world that would reduce sugar and other ingredients that can reduce the fat content of products to reduce obesity? I think this is a major trend that will be very beneficial here in this region. Functionality in general, so whether it's detox, wake me up, these type of products, but from a natural perspective, people want to stay away from the energy drinks world, and they're looking for natural alternatives for these type of products. The biggest challenge, I think, in this region is when you launch specialized products or functional products like the ones I was mentioning, the volumes initially are quite low. And companies stay away from these type of products because they're all looking for economies of scale, and therefore for them to have a niche product that sells a small amount of volume initially does not make sense for them. I think this is the biggest challenge in the region, and I think there are solutions around it, like contract manufacturing and things of that nature. But if there is a big challenge in introducing customized product or niche products, the biggest challenge is from a manufacturing perspective, and how to maintain a good level between cost and volume. I think the opportunities is mainly from a marketing perspective. How do we simplify these concepts to consumers and to make them aware of them without making their lives difficult? The less technical we are, the better consumers will digest the message and the concept. I think that's the biggest opportunity from a marketing perspective. How do we relay these messages to consumers in a very simple-minded manner? I think what I would like to see is to work it the other way around a little bit. We are used to this region of adopting innovations that come from the Western world. Is it time for us to start exporting our own innovations to the other side of the world? We have a lot of issues here, like vitamin D deficiencies, like obesity, like diabetes, that are major problems in these markets, that potentially we can create products and innovate to export to the Western world and not the other way around. That would be my wish, I guess, if you want to call it that. But if it ties up to the challenges I was talking about. People are afraid to do small volume items. If you launch a small volume item, it doesn't make sense financially, so they stay away from it in general. So I think it's just creating that balance of being innovative while finding a way to maintain economies of scale. I think we need to have a much more open dialogue with the government, because any claim that you make in this region now is becoming very difficult to substantiate with the government. So I think it's just a matter of keeping an open discussion and an open dialogue between the manufacturers and the government to make sure that whatever marketeers claim on packaging is actually true, but at the same time does not mislead consumers in any way, shape, or form. Because that's the concern of government, that you tell the consumer, for example, this is 50% less sugar, and you're misleading the consumer in a certain way, whatever the case might be. So what they do here is just eliminate the whole concept of hard claims. I think we need to soften a little bit the regulations and make sure that manufacturers are also acting in an ethical fashion. We make it a point that we're here every year to see the new product concepts, new manufacturing technologies, new ingredients, networking with industry colleagues, and finding out what's happening on their world as well. So in general, I think it just opens your mind to new ideas and new innovations that you can potentially take back and launch in your company.